Here we found, literally, the community piano. There's a song in my soul, and I feel it stirring in me. So if you feel like you gotta let it all out on a keyboard, here's your place, right in Village Green. Today we're kind of shuttle hopping. We took the 7 shuttle into the Village Green again. Here's all the shuttles. And we're gonna hop on the number 3 shuttle to Sand Beach. So we're just waiting to board that. And then the plan is later to take the 4th shuttle over to Jordan Pond. And maybe Bubble Pond also. So that's our itinerary today. We'll see how it all goes. Alright, and our first stop is Sand Beach, a very popular place here on the Loop Road. It's the one place in the park where there is a sandy beach where you can swim. Most of the coastline is very rocky and the waves are crashing in, but here is a relatively safe place to swim. So we're at Sand Beach. Made it. And here it is on a very foggy day. But whenever you go to national parks, whenever we travel, anybody travels, subject to the weather. And this is the weather we have today. All the locals have been telling us that it's been a very, very rainy spring and a very rainy summer. And even into fall. We did have a couple of beautiful sunny days at Schoodic. But over here at the main Acadia unit on Mount Desert Island, it's been foggy most of the time, although yesterday we had a beautiful day in Bar Harbor. Tomorrow they're calling for rain. But you are on Sand Beach at Acadia National Park on October 6th, 2023. I would imagine the water is rather chilly. It is a fairly large sandy beach here, plenty of room. The crowds are coming and we're part of it. And we're heading back up to the shuttle. And our next stop, our planned next stop, is Otter Cliff. And one last view of Sand Beach. And even in this couple of minutes that I've been down here, the fog has lifted a little bit and we see a little bit more of the beauty of this place. So this whole area here is Otter Cliff. fog is lifted a little bit. And an Otter Cliff extends all along here. Take a look down. And we're going to walk back in this direction and take a look at the view in a minute. You can see Sand Beach in the center of the picture at the water's edge.
Here we are at Otter Point.
Here are the Wildwood Stables. They do 1 and 2 hour carriage rides, but you have to book well in advance. And we have our name on the waiting list. See what happens. These carriage roads, they go on the carriage roads. There are 45 miles of carriage roads here. They're very beautiful and scenic. But we may have to do a little on foot. See if they give us a call. And this is the Jordan Pond House. So we're going to get some lunch in here is what we expect. And then take a look at the pond itself. Let's see what the wait time is. Well, it's an hour and a half wait, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. So we're going to head down to the pond first. Down this way. And I think on a clear day here at Jordan Pond, you would see North Bubble and South Bubble out there. So we weren't real impressed with the menu actually at the Jordan Pond House. So we hopped on the shuttle and we're going to go take a look at Bubble Pond. This is one of the many carriage roads here. And the carriage roads are also very famous for these bridges. I think there's 17 or 18 of these bridges here. I think construction of the carriage road started in 1919 by John D. Rockefeller, and it continued up to 1940. So quite a bit, quite a few years building these roads. And one of the unique features are these wonderful bridges that were put in. And here is Bubble Pond, very, very scenic spot here at Acadia National Park. Again, with the fog, you can't see the mountains that would be in the background there, but still very beautiful. This is another spot Kathy and I came to 17 years ago on our 25th anniversary. And this is number 42. And right here at Bubble Pond is another trail that goes to the top of Cadillac Mountain. As you see, it's only 1.4 miles from here, but it is, the West Face Trail is an extremely steep trail, they say, with exposed cliffs and unstable footing. So today they have this sign out as a warning. So we arrived back at Bar Harbor in the Village Green, and the sun has popped out beautifully again. And Kathy has found her fish and chips at the Cherry Stone restaurant right here. What do you think, Kat? Just what she was looking for. Look at that. Look at the size of that freaking piece of fish. Holy cow. And I have the, you're very happy?
Very happy to have found fish and chips. Shut that off. It's one bounce.
Okay. And I have a blackened haddock sandwich. Let's dig in. And we're back to our home away from home at Seawall Campground. We're at sites 1 and 2. These sites in this area of the campground are a little bit odd because this is site 2. And then there's a little line right here. You can see it's faded right through the middle here. And that separates site 2 from site 1. So this is really technically 2 sites, but they've combined them, thank God, into one. So we have sites 1 and 2, which means all this land here has been ours for about 3 days and nights. And it's actually a nice little spot when it's one site. This is Seawall Campground, sites 1 and 2. And there we are. Tomorrow we leave here, we head over to Blackwoods, which is closer, right in the midst of the main part of Acadia National Park. So we've been at Schoodic Woods and at Seawall, and tomorrow we'll be at Blackwoods.